Hey everyone, hope you're doing well and staying safe in lockdown, or in isolation I should say. Today I decided to make a Pakistani street food style chicken karahi. And you may be wondering why I decided to put this on this channel instead of my cooking channel. I'm putting it on this channel because Rich Perspectives is all about celebrating world cultures and learning about all sorts of interesting perspectives from around the world. And I think one of the best ways to do that is through food. So anyway, if you know me, you know I'm obsessed with Pakistani culture. Like, I binge watch Pakistani dramas and shows. And as for the food, I mean, you already know I love Pakistani food. But Pakistan is number one on my to visit list. I cannot wait to visit Pakistan and just try all the amazing foods firsthand. I know the culture is so rich and just their food is just amazing. So I'm excited to try this out for myself and let's see how it goes. So for just a bit of background information, a karahi is actually like a deep circular pot that is used for frying a lot of foods. It's kind of like a wok. Anyway, for us today, unfortunately, I don't have a wok, so we'll just have to make do with this nice non-stick pot. We should still be able to get the same effect. But to begin, we have our chicken. I bought a whole chicken and then I just cut it up into pieces. And you don't have to do this, but I decided to marinate my chicken overnight with some garlic powder and some salt. And I also de-skinned the chicken because I believe in Pakistani cuisine they prefer to make the chicken without the skin on the chicken, so I took off all the skin on this. A couple of days ago I was watching one of my favorite YouTubers, Wiens, and he made a street food style Pakistani chicken karahi, and it was based on his travels and just trying to recreate all that he had eaten in Pakistan. And at the end of his video he encouraged us to try the same thing, and I was like, yo, if Wiens is encouraging us to try this, then I'm definitely going to try this, no questions asked. So the first thing I'm going to do is just pour a bit of oil. And once it's hot enough, I'm just going to dump in the chicken. And the idea is just to fry this until the chicken is lightly browned. In the meantime, I'm just going to start cutting up the tomatoes. Usually when I want to fry some tomatoes, I prefer to chop them up into much smaller bits. But for this dish, I think we're just going to put them in fairly larger sizes. Now a key ingredient for chicken karahi is ginger garlic paste. I couldn't find any ginger garlic paste, so I'm going to have to make my own. And I don't have a mortar and pestle to pound it, so I'm just going to use the blender to improvise. Just going to take off the skin. And I'll just chop this into smaller bits so the blades of the blender are able to handle it. Going to put them in the blender. To make it softer, I'm going to add a tiny bit of water to this before you blend. And this is exactly the texture that we want. Okay, so now we're just going to dump in the ginger garlic paste and our tomatoes. Next, I'm just going to add some water and I put it in the blender. So I'm gonna shake it up so we get all the remnants of that ginger garlic paste and just pour it all in. And we'll just cover this and let it simmer for about 15 minutes on medium-low heat. Oh, look at that. And that just smells amazing. The ginger garlic paste is so essential for this. As you can see, the tomatoes are significantly softened. So I think at this point, we're supposed to take off the skin of the tomato. I'm just gonna use chopsticks to do this. Should be pretty soft at this point, yeah. Just take that out and discard them. And after taking out the skins of the tomato, just that meat of the tomato is what's going to boil down significantly and just give this an amazing flavor. Whew. It's so hot. Okay, we're just gonna leave this to boil down a bit more and then we'll come back to it. Okay, now I'm just gonna chop up our green chilies. It's a nice thin strips. And these are just so aromatic. Just love the smell of green chilies. Now this is, as you can see, significantly cooked. Oh, you just have that amazing sauce. Almost all the liquid is drained out. Perfect. Okay, so what we're gonna do now is, here I have about 2 tablespoons of yogurt. I'm just going to pour this in. I believe the yogurt helps to tenderize the chicken. Well, maybe that's the case if you put it early enough. But, I mean, this is pretty much later in the process, but it doesn't matter anyway. And I'm going to add in some salt. Some red chili powder. I love it extra spicy. Some white pepper. Cumin. Just a tiny bit of turmeric. Some cardamom as well. And some garam masala. Garam masala is basically a blended mix of a few spices. There's coriander, cardamom, bay leaves, dried chilies, cumin. Did I say cumin already? I don't know. Nutmeg. There's just so many things in garam masala, but it's essential for a lot of cooking from the Indian subcontinent. Just give this a good mix. Oh my goodness, the flavors in this. I'll also add in our green chilies. And some lemon juice. And we'll simmer this again for about another 15 minutes. And now, special ingredient, I'm going to add some ghee. I actually don't know if this is something that is like widely done or if it's just optional, but I think ghee or butter it's just going to bring something to just mellow everything down and just give it some added flavor. So It smells amazing, just amazing. A good spoonful. Oh, it's so soft. Okay, so while the karahi is finishing cooking, we're just going to slice up some ginger to top everything off. And from all the videos and pictures I've seen of karahi, like, they tend to cut the ginger in very thin strips to garnish the karahi. So just stack these on top of one another and just lightly. The ginger strips are usually longer than this, but this is what I have. I was going to use this onion, but I just decided we don't really need it. I would love to, but I kind of forgot to put it, but I don't think it's required anyway, so it's okay. Now we have some fresh coriander leaves. I'm just going to wash these. And just chop these. Oh, these just smell amazing. They're so fragrant. They're just gonna add just that nice perfumed final touch to the dish. And I think we should just top it off with some more chilies as well. Okay, we're just going to pour in all of this. And just gently spread and fold it all together. Okay, and we'll just put this on low heat and cover and simmer for another 5 minutes, and then we're done. Now to eat karahi, you have to do it with roti or naan. I wanted to make roti from scratch, but there was no flour anywhere. I couldn't find any flour in the stores, so I had to just buy this. I apologize. I know this is so Gora of me, but I'm hoping it's still going to be good. I mean, Trader Joe's says that this is the next best thing to authentic naan. So I'm just going to heat this up in the oven for a few minutes, and hopefully it is as good as I'm praying it is. And this is a karahi final product. Oh my goodness, how amazing does this look? I can't wait to eat this. Like, my mouth is just watering right now. It looks amazing. It smells even better. Oh my gosh. Wow. I think it turned out pretty well. Okay, so this is the final product. How amazing does this look? I can't even wait to taste it. Wow, this actually feels and smells amazing. Oh. Yeah, that's actually pretty good. Now this is the main event. Just look at all that juice in there. Wow. Wow. It's amazing. It's so good. The chicken is really tender and soft. The coriander leaves are giving this such an amazing fragrance and flavor. Like, you'll know that they're there. Oh yeah. Karahi is one of the greatest simple but so advanced dishes. It's so good. And a lot of this oil that you can see here is actually from the ghee or the butter that we put in, as it melts and just like simmers and marries all the flavors. It's amazing. But the thing is, it's not like a very thick oil. Like if it was vegetable oil in this quantity, it could be a bit sickening, I guess you could say. But with ghee, it's so light, for me at least, that I don't mind seeing all this oil, because it doesn't even taste like it's heavy oil. It's so juicy, so tender. Well, I'm just going to demolish this on my own, but I want to thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed what we made today. I'm really happy that I tried this out, honestly, and just a huge shout out to Pakistani culture and Pakistani food and people, everything. And thank you to Mark Wiens for inspiring me to try this out myself. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I hope you stay safe and stay healthy in self-isolation. But take care, and I'll see you guys in the next one.